Hey coaches, hope you're all doing well. I know it's been a little while since we've uploaded a YouTube video, but I figure I had some time today, so I'll hop on and get one done. This video is just going to show 3 plays that we're thinking about adding. Okay, they're a little bit different. I'm not going to say they're gadget plays, but they're, more so complements to what we do. It's basically going to be running the same plays, just doing it a different way. Because, we play the same teams every year, and they're kind of starting to know what we do. We are a jet wing T team. Okay, we'll be in the gun a lot. We also do a lot from under center as well. We are a direct snap B's team. We'll go B's right, B's left, and just snap the ball to our best running backs and let them, pound the football behind all our blockers. But I have 3 plays I'm going to show you. I haven't run these at all in the past. We have our spring, training coming up, so we will, late spring training coming up, that we'll install these. Since I am returning my entire team, so there's really very little to teach. We just want to build on what we do already and kind of change things up. So we'll see how these look during spring practices. But yeah, let's go through it. And I want your feedback on this. If you think these plays would work and you like the idea and the concept behind it. So we definitely want your feedback on this. But let's go through it. The first play, okay? The first play I'm going to show you is a play we're going to call comeback belly. Okay, we're a big jet sweep team. Okay, we'll come in motion, snap the ball, and we'll run jet sweep. Okay, that's just what we do. And then we have our first complement off of jet sweep. Okay, is our buck. Come this way, we'll pull, gap down, kick out. So those are, we're a jet sweep team, and then we run buck off of it. Okay, so a lot of teams, they'll roll to the motion side, and the back side will stay home and read our 2-back for buck. So I want something to serve as a key breaker. There's 2 or 3 teams that keyed our offset fullback, and then, on jet sweep, our fullback will lead, and then on buck, he comes right this way. So the backside guys, or even their Mike backer, they'll say, okay, he's flying out to lead block, so it's jet, so we don't have to worry about buck coming back. So, and we probably should have, but we don't really have a counter coming back this way out of this. We have a reverse buck, which is something like that, but, we need something. I want to run buck just to a different player, and so many teams fly up, okay? They'll either roll down to the motion, okay? They'll roll to the motion. But motion really triggers them to react because, again, we're such a big jet sweep team. So what we really want to do is have something that goes away. So what I'm thinking, and this will require pretty much nothing new to teach because we are a big buck sweep team. We do run buck a lot. So the blocking rules are the same. The only difference is instead of our 2-back, okay, or our 3-back, and we label this 3. That's our split end, sorry. 4, 2, 1, and then that's just our split end. Okay, so just for reference here. So what we're going to do, what I'm thinking, and I do have some concerns about this, which I'll go over in a second. You guys please tell me what you think. Okay, we're going to come in motion, jet motion timing, red, set, go. Our jet is usually full speed, but on this we're probably going to have to, maybe go 3/4 speed and then really have to downshift. But what we're going to do is we're going to come in jet motions. Timing doesn't change. We get the handoff. As soon as we get the handoff, we downshift. I want to plant, and then we actually come back this way. So we label our holes 1, 3, 5, 7. So we would call this 35 buck. Okay, maybe we'll call it split right, 35 comeback buck, something like that. I'm not sure yet. But key break here. We'll block like it's jet sweep. So that'll hold all these kids, especially if they're keying on some of our backs. So this will serve as a nice key breaker. Okay, and then real quick, gap down backer. We're going to block him. Gap down backer, we're going to block him. We're going to step play side. We're going to base this kid. Okay, we're going to pull. We're going to kick this D end out. We're going to wrap our backside guard for linebacker. Okay, and then he'll take the handoff, come back this way. Now, my only concern on this is that this kick out is going to, we want our back to come right off the kick out. Just as we're kicking this kid out, boom, we want our back to hit it, okay? So my concern is that the kick out block will be executed well before this back comes. So, you know, that's my only concern. I'll see how this looks. But I do like this play because, like I said, so many teams, we are a big jet sweep team, so many teams sell out this way, and then they'll watch this kid or they'll key him, and they'll see they're not coming back right away, so they could fly out. So this is a great key break. We don't have anything where we hand to our motion player, he stops and goes back. So I think this will be a nice compliment. Again, you guys tell me what you think. Again, my only concern is this kick out. I don't want this kick out executed too early. Okay, he's really got to stay on this block. And then obviously aiming point is the inside hit. Pull and root this kid out. So that's play one we want to add. Okay, again, we're going to see in the spring, see how it goes. Now, our next play, okay, we're going to call this quick post wheel, or maybe we call it short motion wheel. Again, I don't know what we're going to call these plays. Okay, but we do run post wheel. How we run our post wheel, okay, is again we come in jet sweep motion. We fake jet sweep, and he actually bails out. He's option 3. So this is our best passing play. This play is nasty, especially to stop jet sweep. It's gonna you know, they need their corner and their outside linebacker to really sell. So he can't stop jet sweep and cover this kid. So that's why this play hits so bad, especially if it's like 3rd and 1, 3rd and 2. We hit post wheel. You know, we hit post wheel a lot, so it's nice. But this kid will stem to 7, and he'll run a post. And we're gonna wheel right up the seam. So here's our progression for the quarterback, okay? He's going to step and replace this wing. We're going to inside over pass block. Okay, sometimes we will slide protect depending because, like I said, teams do sell out to the motion side. So we may slide protect so everyone slides this way and blocks. And then we'll just step and hinge the backside. So he'll step, and then, like I said, his read is 1 to 2 to 3. Okay, so that's basically how we run our post wheel straight up. I also want to run this play a different way. So what I'm thinking is, you know, we see a lot of man coverage. I don't think we played one team that ran zone, okay? And I'm not saying we won't see a zone team this season. And if we do, that's fine. We have answers for that. But, you know, and post wheel is actually good against zone as well. But, yeah, we see a lot of man-to-man, okay? So he'll lock on him. He'll lock on him. And then, like I said, a lot of times this outside backer, they need him to defend jet sweep. Basically, we're reading the outside linebacker to end. Depending on how they react to our motion, that will determine the play call. But he's going to come up, so a lot of times we just beat him on wheel. But we see a lot of man coverage, so what I'm thinking is instead of motioning him and running our post wheel that way, why don't we do a short motion this kid out wide and just have him go outfield? You know, they're playing man, you know, ball snap when he's about here. So if they're playing man, technically, you know, the corner would have to bump out with the new number 1 receiver. Pre-snap, this is 1. This is number 2 receiver, right? So now number 2 motions out. He becomes number 1, and he's 2. So they either got to motion this kid out far, he's got to go with his guy, or they would have to bump him out and bump him out. Or they'll have to bump the safety over. So, you know, very few teams are going to see any kind of post wheel ran like this. And then obviously he's going to run post. Motion here. I'm going to turn up the field and go. So if they don't run with him, you know, he's probably going to be wide open. Okay? And then nothing changes here. We'll still run the post. All right, he's still going to replace the wheel player. And there won't be any motion here. Hinge the backside. And then maybe we could even have a skinny post or some kind of, you know, seam route. Maybe a seam. I don't want to run post. I'm thinking right up in the seam between this corner and this outside linebacker. Especially if he's coming up to defend buck or he's triggered to go with jet sweep, you know, we'll hit it behind him. So I think that's how we'll do it. We'll have our tight end run a seam and just have our wing. You should actually cheat his split in, and we'll hinge the backside. And then the progression is the same. This will be our hot throw. Okay, if they're just sending everyone, we'll just tell them, we'll just say hot, and he'll know he'll be going right to the 3. That's if pre-snap they're on the line and showing blitz. We'll just hit our hot. But, yeah, I mean, like I said, how are they going to defend it? And defensive coaches, how many teams have you seen actually do that? You know, switching your number 1 receivers. Now your number 2 becomes number 1. Okay, your number 1 becomes number 2. So I don't know how the defense would communicate that. So that's something different, something they're not ready for. And I feel like we could just go in quick motion here and then outrun everyone. The safety, you know, so many coaches, they'll put their safety. Let's say the ball's on the left hash here. They'll put their safety in the middle of the field. I mean, over the ball, right? So he's never going to get over. If you're playing true cover one, the safety should be in the middle of the field. He should be splitting the difference between the number one receivers. So this is number one, and then this is number one over here. Okay? Because the two widest on each side. So he should probably be in the middle of the field. Most teams, they put him over the ball, or they'll put him at 8 yards deep. So he's never going to get over. But if we do have teams that roll the safety over and say, hey, okay, we want you to get over top of the wheel, then we'll hit the post because we'll have middle of the field open. So, you know, that's what we can do there. So we may hit the wheel first, and then after we beat them with it, I bet you they're going to have two guys to it, and then we could probably hit the post or even the seam here. Okay, so, you know, it's a different way of running post wheel, kind of a short motion, and then just turn upfield. I think it'll work, and again, I'll see how it looks in the spring. And again, it's you know, our pass blocking, nothing changes here. We're still running post wheel. It's just our right wing, our four-back is running the wheel with short motion. You know, the protection doesn't change. We could still slide protect here. Slide protect and then hinge the backside. 1, 2, and then the 3's a hop. So, yeah, I think that's a cool way to run post wheel. And again, it requires minimal teaching because the kids already know this. So it just, you know, it's doing the same thing different ways. So the only difference is the motion. So I like that. And then here's something we're definitely going to install. I like a lot. Let me go show you really how our beast formation is at first. Okay, our base formation, this would be called beast right. And then beast left, the two would flop, and then these two would go over here. But we'll stay in beast right here. Okay. Now what I want to do, you know, a lot of teams, you know, they'll do this. They'll really, and then they'll get their corner in the game. Okay, what I like about this, beast loaded, right, we'll call it, I guess we'll call it ISO, is we'll put another kid on the line. We could either bring in another tackle or bring in a third tackle, put our tackle here, and then maybe our tight end here, however we want to do it. We don't have a lot of tackles, so it's probably be, you know, another tight end or even a guard maybe here. But, yeah, you can put it whoever you want. We're going to move this kid out here, and he's going to be on the inside shoulder of the tackle here. Now, what this does, this creates a four-man blocking surface, and I just want to say right off the bat, you know, when we run this, we're going to do what we call sugar huddle. We call it lightning. Okay, we're going to break the huddle. Oops, sorry. We're going to break the huddle. We're going to get down. We're going to run the play. We don't want to give the coaches or the kids any time to adjust to this. Okay, any time to recognize the unbalance and adjust. Now, what I like about, you know, this kid's always, and this is against the 5-3. The blocking rules don't change. Doesn't matter what front or defense we're getting. You know, blocking rules are going to stay and there'll always be gaps. So when you're running a four-man surface here, this is a very difficult formation to align to. And I like putting this kid off the ball. Okay, a receiver out there. It could be a minimum play kid. Okay, so you could get a kid some plays there. Or if you have a good receiver, you just put them there as a passing threat. But they can't use their corner. You know, a lot of teams will load up the box and have their corner kind of overhang. So taking the corner out of the play is great. That's one less guy you want to block. And, you know, there will always be like gaps, you know. Oops, sorry. You know, there will be gaps between here. And when you run ISO, you want to run it at gaps, right? So I like this four-man surface because, you know, they'll either have to overshift or really, if they don't shift, then we'll just gut them. So they really have no choice but to shift. And then if they do overshift, okay, we're still strong here. Still got a three-man surface here and a four-man blocking surface here. This is the strong side of the formation, obviously, but there's a tight end here too. So this is a three-man surface here. So we're strong to both sides. We're just loaded to the right. So, you know, we could even have a call where they really overshift. Maybe we just go ISO this way. We flop this kid. Okay, we'll flop them. Or even, you know, a lot of times these are our two best running backs. So we'll just have him bump over, and snap it to him. So, you know, we could just have a call. We could say Leo, that will change the play. Say, hey, we're going left for when they overshift. But again, I would love running ISO here. Okay, we would block this straight up. Color here. Block this straight up. we're going to isolate the outside linebacker. And we'll have him climb or even help with the Mike. We'll probably have double this, and then one of them will combo off onto the Mike. Probably have our tackle just get a piece of this kid and work off to the next linebacker. If the linebacker scrapes over the top, we don't want to chase. We just work back. But yeah, we'll get a quick double, and our tackle will combo off to the Mike, or if we can't get the Mike, we'll get this kid. And then outside linebacker, we're not going to block because we're isoing him. Okay, and then you could stalk, or if you're getting hard pressed man, you could just outside release and run off. So I like that because there will be a gap either here or in here. Okay, so it really depends how the defense aligns, but it's a bit of a mess here. But yeah, I mean, I love the 4-man surface because it's a very difficult formation to align to, and this could be a great short yardage play or goal line play for us. So yeah, and like I said, if they overshift here, they bang everyone over here, boom, we could just go Leo. Maybe our back switch, and we just run ISO this way. So we could go, so yeah, this is a very difficult formation to align to, and you know, again, we'll see how we run ISO. So like the kids know the blocking scheme. The only thing difference is we are aligned a little bit differently. And I'm going to have to figure out what kind of personnel I want to use. Do I bring in our third tight end? Do I have another tackle? Which I think we do. So we'll probably have 3 tackles on the field. And then our 2 tight ends, which are solid. So, yeah, I mean, let me know what you guys think. This 4-man surface will definitely create misalignment or over-alignment. And then we could hit them to the other side. So let me know what you guys think about these 3 plays. Belly comeback is something we need an answer for when teams sell out and really roll to our motion side. And we need something other than our reverse buck, or it's pretty much our counter and our 2-back on buck. So if we could, you know, get a play that goes away from motion that's different from our 2 and 4, that's something teams aren't going to be ready for. So I really like this play. Again, my only concern is this kick out. I feel like we may execute that too early. This kid may rip underneath it or still impact the play. So we'll see about the timing there. This one I like a lot too. Motion this kid quick. And coaching point here, this kid cannot go or lean forward until the ball is snapped. So make sure your quarterback's loud with the cadence, because if he turns upfield too early, that's a penalty. So, and then tight motion right behind the split end. Okay, I have it kind of drawn up like, you know, a little wide. We want to be right off his butt and turn, because if we belly this in the backfield, that's more steps we have to do before we can get upfield. So I want this kid motioning full speed right behind our split end, and as soon as that ball snaps, boom, we hit it upfield. And then obviously ISO, running a 4-man surface, going unbalanced line to the right is great for ISO because it will create natural seams. And you know, you always want to run ISO at where you have, you know, voided gaps. Okay, where you have 2 pretty much open gaps without a defensive lineman on it. So this is a gap here. So that's what we like, and even ISO here. So let me know what you guys think, and if these plays make sense. Again, they're not like gadget or trick plays, but they are different. You know, these are counter plays. You know, it's a different way of running post wheel with short motion, and it's just unbalanced football. So let me know what you guys think. And when we install these plays, maybe I'll do a follow-up video. I'll record it in the spring. I mean, it will be ran on air, but still we'll see how they look on air and then go from there. So maybe I'll do a follow-up video maybe for next week. All right, guys, again, let me know what you think. Take care. Have a good spring. Have a good summer. And stay tuned because we're gonna upload more videos.